NFM Radio.
Hello. Yes, sir. A beautiful Friday evening here in London. Mommy Teacher, I say you are in Accra. Good evening. All my beautiful ladies everywhere. Abrewa who are Croydon. Madam Portia Dansua. Now how now? Portia is on your support to Kennedy Japan. Anyway, we be Mansa Musa or YouTube and Facebook so. Open YouTube, I share with Mansa Musa. The answer called YouTube now. Now I type New Face Media. One word, New Face Media. On Facebook to just type NFM Radio. Tonight we're going to talk about something that is concerning me seriously. The question of dual citizenship. Yeah, that you better say yes, your president no ofriha. So na make no. What in America say ofriha. Just say your president no friha and so no science friha. Na me no my dream one be ntiasie. Say on my no just say no anything can happen, everything is happening. Bibia ye basa bisi basa. Even when it comes to say law and order. Just say who share the coursework galamsey issues here. Almost everybody is accusing everyone else. From Mr. Charles Bisu, Kwawuzi, then all the way to Frimpong, Boating himself, Kwekuba Kudi Womubi. Even the your friend is saying special prosecutor no apparently they have something, something they share some concerns or Ghanaians need some answers from almost so many people. Not to mention those people at the presidency. Bobo, in fact, come on, guys. In a country that not a single thing can be pointed to or can be said to be done correctly or is being done correctly or properly. Not a single thing. I don't get it. We, some of us, we keep on talking and talking and talking because we think, or it's a fact. Not that just I think, but the reality is that we should be able to change this mindset. This inferiority complex mindset. We should be able to change it. We should be able to change this mindset which says that the only way, the only place, whatever you do, if you don't, get yourself involved with Obroni Koko and save your money there, buy a house there and the rest, that means you are not going to be able to live. The African continent, as we speak, there are so many outside interests, so many outside influences. Look at a country like Sudan that is now fighting, killing each other for fun. Apparently, we have the Americans and the Saudis are negotiating for a ceasefire. So the American interests, the Chinese interest, the Russian interest, the Saudis' interest or Saudi interest. Where is the African interest? Where is the African influence? You can't just say, why has it come to this? That after so many years, thousands of years till date, evolution of man, how have we come to this, that we still in the black fold, the black fraternity in Africa, we have somehow agreed to, to be inferior. We have accepted that. Why? I'm telling you, I'm saying, the whole of this African continent, right? Everywhere, there are problems everywhere. And most of the problems are being created by outside forces, outside influence, outside interest. Their interest in trade, in commerce, in commercial activities. Their interest in geopolitics. It's all outside Africa. So where is the African interest? Where is the African influence? If you have any knowledge as to how to move on, how to go forward in this particular situation, let me know. Because I'm becoming exasperated. I'm the short word, fed up. I want to give up. Open your TV. Of course, if you are in Ghana and what do we call it? The ignorance is bliss sort of society where you hear them talking about man and woman and sex and all those things. But if you open the other side of it and watch television, Al Jazeera, Sky News, CNN now it has become a joke. It's all typical geopolitics. Everything America is good, everything elsewhere is bad. Americans have over the years used their power and influence in a negative. It has proven to be very negative for so many people, so many societies. Still, they are going on telling people, oh, we can give you the freedom for this, the freedom for that, the freedom for that. People choose to believe this. The only time you realize that, oh, yeah, they made us to kill our heroes for this freedom. But then the freedom doesn't, amount to much. That time is too late. They have taken what they want. I'm saying, look, the Sudan crisis, we have people in Sudan talking. We have people in Chad talking. People in Niger talking. We have people I mean, ordinary people, Burkina Faso, Mali, Mauritania, now Senegal. Everywhere you open this world news in Africa, there's not, very few places that the boiling point has not erupted yet. There are only few places. Now the tactics, the modus operandi, that is the method of operation now, is that you have to try and get, the judiciary to make sure the senior opposition or the opposition figure is, taken out of the equation, get something, concoct something, make sure prison comes in and everything, so that the opposition person or opposition personality cannot take part in upcoming or scheduled elections.
NFM Radio.
The tactics is that, okay, we have now adopted multi-party sort of governance, multi-party democracy. But the incumbent, whoever is running the show, want to make sure that the other side will never have a look in. The opposition will never have a look in. Not because they will do so many good by the people, not because they will provide development for the country people, the citizens, so that citizens will say, oh, this president or this particular government in power, they are good for us. Let's just keep them. No, they don't do that. African leaders steal all the monies, hide them somewhere. When the problem comes, the economic situation gets worse, then the masses will have to suffer for it. The leadership, the president, the head of states, and their family and people, as usual, they have millions and millions and millions of either the local currency or foreign hard currency stored somewhere. Then the local citizens will have to bear the full brunt of whatever economic hardships that has been bestowed onto them by the same government, same people. But the problem here is that, if I find my way to be in a position of power, then I will try and bring some draconian laws that nobody should have. Nobody, if you are in a public sector, you should never have more than $5,000 or so outside your country. If you are in the public, especially if you are a politician, you shouldn't have another house anywhere apart from Ghana. This draconian law, I will make sure it will stay for about 10, 15 years. Because the thing is, the politicians in Africa, in Ghana, Nigeria, and elsewhere, they have a soft cushion, a soft landing. They have the safety net that is abroad, that is overseas. They have the safety net that is America, that is Japan, Australia, that is Germany, that is France, that is Britain. Some quietly Caribbeans. The African political leadership, they have the safety net. And so, if somebody knows that his hospital is on the Harley Street. Harley Street is a street in London here. The most, they call the most expensive hospital area in the world, or medical or health area you can find. These are the places that foreign governments, officials, and heads of states, whenever they are sick, this is where they go for checkup. Very expensive. And if African politicians, they know that they have this safety net far away in Britain, in America, in Germany, and other places, what the heck will they think about? How will they think about making the hospitals, medical systems, health issues? Those things, they won't think about making it any good in their own country because they have the safety net. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to be watching this. And I mean, it's time. It's time. My generation, we did the Choboy, we did the Aluta Continua and those things. This generation, the youth, you are too timid. You are too timid, too naive. It's not about following music artists and calling yourself a sports journalist, talking about European sports, talking about German football, talking about British football, English football. That makes you, you are on top of the game. What sort of mentality is that? What sort of mentality is that? You see two Africans fighting and arguing and shouting. One is shouting, hey, there, Liverpool. The other say, Man U. Two Africans. Two Africans, one from Nigeria, one from Ghana. One say, hey, Real Madrid is the best. The other say, Barcelona is the best. And they are arguing. Their country, as if though there is no teams in Ghana or Nigeria. When you talk, they say, oh, everybody wants, to see or have or be part of what is good. And so if the British, the English have made their league so entertaining and exciting, then everybody will follow. It is partly true. But it didn't come out of the blue. The English or the German Bundesliga and the Europeans and the rest, it didn't come out of the blue. They didn't conjure magic. They didn't just pray. It wasn't miracle, Jesus Christ. No. The fact that, people don't have proper nutritious food. We have so much food to produce in Africa. But the kids, when you grow up, you are growing, you don't have the proper, the good ingredients, the proper food to eat. You don't have the sports facilities. I remember some time ago, there was a swimming pool at Crossport Stadium. Even in the 80s, that swimming pool turned out to be, what do we call it, a sleeping place for pythons and whatever. You understand what it is? Recently, I saw a video clip. Someone posted it on one of these social media platforms. I think the fellow is like in my generation, 50s and above or 50s and over. And I think he stayed in America somewhere. So he went back to base in Tema. And from the narrative or how he was talking, his dad used to work for Valco. And he went, the film, the video he was showing, it was so heart-wrenching. I mean, it was that, you felt bad about yourself. The guy was saying, hey, that is how he started talking. So I'm saying, what is going on? Then he put the camera on empty swimming pool. He said, when I was a kid, when I was even in elementary school, I was in primary school. This is where my father used to work at Valco. And whenever they come holidays, they'll bring us to this swimming pool. There is a bar, you drink Fanta, you eat, and the swimming pool is always full. Black people and white people swimming. Today, this place is empty. The swimming pool is dry, nothing in there. You see what frog or somebody in the holes and snakes in the holes. A whole lot of, just because apparently the Valco, the Abrofono Mohono, the white people have left, and so everything will have to be smashed and damaged. We go and vote. But I was taught right from the beginning, even at elementary level, where they teach you that there are rules. That's why we have class prefect, we have the school prefect, we have girls prefect, boys prefect. This thing for us to start learning, learning what is authority, what is a rule of law, the chain of command. You have to accept certain things that may not be very palatable, but that is the rule, that is the law. So from the very beginning, some of us were thought this way. Most of the people running Ghana today, in charge of running the affairs of Ghana, they were also brought up. So why have we left everything asunder, left everything loose and scattered? Why? Why is that? I saw the clip of that guy that because Obronina Frivalco into swimming pool no 70s and 80s, people will come and even learn how to swim. Ninyina dry and then eguho. We are big politics about tour and things that can bring the country money. You have governance, people who are supposed to have trained, people who are supposed to be very clever running the country. And things that can make money for the country, for people to live a bit better. Those things will be left to rot, to spoil, to get damaged, to become obsolete. Then we have these same leaders, whenever they're sick, they know where to go. The road to the airport must be cleared. When the leaders are sick, the road to the airport, not the road to police hospital, road to Labadi hospital, the road to Rich hospital or University hospital, Kumasi. No. Our big people in Ghana, when they are sick, it is the road to the airport that has to be secured. Because their hospitals are not situated in Ghana. I wouldn't mind if a very, how do we call it? Let me release this a bit because it looks as if I tightened my belt too tight and now I cannot even breathe properly. I don't really mind if we have a hospital based or situated somewhere in, let's say, Abuja or Lagos or somewhere that, West African presidents and the rest, when they are sick, you can go there. Or a certain specialist hospital in Ghana where somebody sick from other West African countries, they can come there or something. I wouldn't mind that. That there is a hospital in Ghana which is so expensive, it's only for the very rich people. I wouldn't even mind that. But the fact that the normal hospital, the normal stuff that I can get here, it is the rich people in Ghana who have to travel and mostly use public funds, public money, travel, fly to Europe, to America to go and seek medical help. And that is what annoys me. That is what is wrong. The mentality that, is unwritten sort of agreement, acceptance that we are mediocre, that we are inferior, and we have accepted it. As a Mekreni, what is wrong with our mentality? Seriously asking. Seriously asking. When will there be a time that we have proper leaders and leadership who will say, hey, these hospitals we have built, it should it should be equal in value to those that we visit in Europe and elsewhere. If we have a president who will say, hey, we want about 10 regional proper hospitals which can equal in value, which can be measured, the standards, the sophistication, the quality of those hospitals, and not just the building equipment, but the doctors and the nurses. They are trained so well. We have about 5 of them, we have about 10 of them, so that politicians and people who are rich, they can get proper treatment in our Ghana. When will that thinking come into the heads of our leaders? So it is always like this, that somehow we take everything, that is wrong about everything. The politics, we do it wrongly. Even the democracy, we do it wrongly. We have in Ghana today, someone voted at a voting time at the polling station, massive complaint, a criminal complaint that an EC official had actually voted for somebody, because according to the reports, an old lady who wanted to vote for Mr. A or Mr. B. The official held the lady's hand to use her thumbprint to vote for the other places that the lady didn't want. So in effect, that EC official had voted for the old lady. This is criminal. In any place by now, the guy is looking at a prison sentence, at a prison term. You see, this is just one issue. They'll say then, I had somebody, was it yesterday, 3 days ago, who claims to have he has formed his own political party, and he claims to have, he's a politician, he's very clever and everything. And he was telling me, oh, Mansa Musa, that's a small thing. The big things are happening. I mean, when we are just conjecturing, or maybe we are just assuming, we suspect, and people are talking, oh, this happened, that happened, this happened. Okay, we can all say that we don't know the truth. But when there's actual proof that something has gone wrong, instead of the law, testing the law for the law to work so that people next time will be careful how they do things. No, nobody cares. So the country, some people are using this word, autopilot. Look, autopilot is a good thing. Autopilot in aeroplanes is a good thing. It means the plane can work itself out. In Ghana, autopilot, don't say it's autopilot. It's not autopilot, it's primitive. Our system is primitive. And I will keep talking, I won't stop talking, that until, only when the mentality changes to effect the actual productivity and outcomes of any event, that, oh, we are doing something, what do we expect to gain or to lose? Anything. Until we start as Africans thinking like that, because I started by saying, look, there is a civil war in Sudan as we speak. But Ubetino, the first thing you hear, the peace initiative has been brokered by America and Saudi Arabia. So it is all about the American interests and Saudi interests and influence. Where is African interest? Where is African influence? Ebe. Ade. Let me go on to the telephone to speak to someone who have just called me to say, maybe just to say hello to me. I'm also ready to say hello.
Hello.
Good evening, oh.
Good evening, Mansa Musa.
Yes, it's Mansa Musa here. So if you tell me your name, then we can be very good friends, I suppose.
It's Maxwell Safo Kantanka.
NFM Radio.
Long time, oh. You there?
Oh, big man. I think I go holiday to Ebi.
Holidays the kit will be any. It is, as they say, it's good on you. It's very good on you. I mean, you needed it, and that is very good. I see. Yeah. So where did you go? Caribbean or Ahianapa?
Oh, there.
You see, I'm for Caribbean. It's far away, but those days now you say I'm renting I can find I'm my DH, Oko holiday usi Ghana ni kono ni board. Ghana ni kono board intina oko Ahianapa. Oh, edion. Because mentality na make na be any o. Just say ye no enye papa. The time bia esi ekwa abrofo de. Anyway, Brighton so ye say eye krom ha aja wan boka bebre. Akwa abakantanka I'm sure say one ma just to come and report to your holidays. Me sure say bibi na epusu. Nti ye nkasa ye tie.
Yeah. My wati for ne sponsors. Ajo.
Mami ka say me chire wa sama wa kan say me kan say what was so. No credit. We can't even run even. We are not even breaking even here. Yeah, dying your equipment. Now buy equipment say go on. Obeka say BBC warehouse. So on BBC or more warehouse and who say Ubekona be equipment now more order new ones now war boxes mu a yen so any old ones na ya pack sana hati enioma bebre na eka and yen sponsors enti wo boss sponsor no ma me fan tuja na me fan to tiefo na wo a wo tie ne wo so our phrase look if you love what we are doing here if you love what Mansa Musa is doing you want us to continue obia no wo business wo baby we yen pay handout we are not asking for handout look bring your business here bring your advert here let's shout for you pay us a little bit then we are all moving on and I say me kind of and you personally unim obia or workshop and bibia obey to media advert na buy and so I so better was anyway what can we know Mr. Macan we know yanko after the yanko
all right the America also say especially Ghana for muti bia muti and I'm contribute ba mo back to contribute no I do think say oh yeah soon him connection bia for the two baby man na NDC party no so as who na nkasa so no North Ireland branch no muntna face they come with mu ye mu fie ye a enu ntina mu fie ye yo no ehia ye ni papi and you know media politics there I always tell you guys say somebody will have advantage over somebody edumre bia so bi so tron ho no atron ho no afede eko eno mo na no just we demote ho mahama train no ho no demote no but samunya be in a competition there you guys should make sure say you do it diligently sana ba ya movie a meti makao bi eni ho me na me say mo ha adwuma ye ne mo ha sania mo ye your friend is saying mo adwuma no I do think say the more people you get in the more people you get to vote for you nke so we adwuma ye a is there ahano adwuma titue hia ne say ubenya nipa dodo abeka ho wa ha nyese adwuma titue wan say o pedi akope post e won say edin ebe ma post de basusuma wadwen ko post ne so na dwen the number of people you get to join I don't think that NDC as a party ever since mobile we are saying no or more a friend is saying UK representative in Kwa and then post to Ghana head of UK represent you know Kwa and post to Ghana there be within if they wished and they wanted they be or they didn't want it because of a status maybe if they've cleared it and the chances there they got to go back this is Ukraine the man now bet me I now share happy and you now bet me and there's a way to do it you go back you go do it but don't murder yourselves before you go you get that chance
NFM Radio
you guys got to be very very circumspect about what you say and what you think and what you want. And this as a party now, that's the only party of Ghana. Or more dream or mine or chain or more. Or more dream or mine or chain or more. Into our baby and no cheso, your year DJ Ramon Papanza. But there's a measure for everything. And to acrimonial, then you, I mean, I don't know. Because I do know, say, or my register or more party more, I can't hear members there, you know, will be intimate free baby, man. And, you know, you guys should be circumspect on saying by my dear, and I wish you guys all the best of luck. Now, Mansa Musa. I may call the second issue, so your mind. now narrate idea bi hana na ya me tie kira me tie nya any idea o kan ya na bi ntie ase na idea no is so deep to the extent say the mentality in that culture no is so deep to the extent say as a country if we don't wake up our home yeah man that's it. And I do fear, say, my fear by a woman is say, the democracy that we forced ourselves into this past all over the years. We had a decorum or a column. We had a column, judiciary, you know. So clean, ma. We became true affair, John. He did an awesome job. This woman came, she did not falter. My fear is the democracy now you can't watch it. Yeah, force yeah. Can see a bill they call. Lapses are no room in our constitution. A year for open for maybe a constitutional amendments to sharpen it and to block some loophole because we did a fresh one a year, you know. Constitution and said because you cannot have a reviews in Yama be on my this was the time I thought, say, these people will force get things done and then let us rule on it. What they came to do right now, and they say, the loopholes a year the Omacho constitution, a farm, or Madrid Pa, or Madi, a far constitution, loop a bob lost Nina. So my dream porno, and Uncle for winning Sergeant Porno. And a Sergeant Porno to credit them. They are using force, impunity, power, greediness, vindictiveness, and plain absolute thievery. And on the Ayana, Chrono, they've destroyed it. They are because they've destroyed it and say, Omo party here in Chicano, Omutu and Amombi. Sana mono mutu yen. Na fe, every Jubilee House. Omuni baby anasifi. Am I quiet right now as we speak? Now, many people did not know that way back between them, between 2020 and 2021, baby, 2019 and 2021, baby, and the European Union, my and warning where you go seats. So, I can say, ding. Omo can say din ene yensuo wo kuro ni mu nyina na ho ade ba kwa ye ma homete ne say ade omo ekwo the other side say volta mo ho si ho na isane ba fom na no for na dry ade so mu na enya bi na esane aba ne sane kra ba bom na the force ni pia kwa sign idea afruko maybe omutu galamse bia say Uncle Brad, Uncle Brad, then you be a better enough for behind the TV for Bia. So be a couple, you might be on chambers and the did. Now look at it. Forest Reserve a war mining mono. Marco more than 47. I'm not twisting. I didn't see what. Every state institution are done a branch of their party under the leadership of Jubilee House. Letter easy they bet throw or they bet to Facebook. I catch about elections. So be answering. Or more easy office work. That'll be your church office. Hona ya sebo kokotna. Sebo na instructions. Na kama Mansa high. The belief in our democracy is waning down. Now, the most dangerous trainer is Ambassador citizens against the security services. Their trust, their respect is also going down. You know why? Because that Abanwe are mushroom security personnel. Leaders in the security establishment, and the supervisors are man. Some leaders in it. If we bra 70, sure, Papa, way in. Our Mubo senior police officer, president to swearing in. Oh, now, Mr. Adabi, who's out there? I'm sure Ghana. Even no more. You're swearing in a senior police officer. Mr. Nanka Bruce. You kidding me? And I made them say sometimes this reading. I'm a Bema. Make a chain and say, and Oma Nanka Bruce independent position be not. Yeah, can't. Your friends saying invisible forces and answer one who be on your investigations and show me. That to me, not come the Bemano.
Well,
that is grace. That's not say Judge Kumasi. That's not say a Koye near my Supreme Court. Dina ho catch say Electoral Commission na yen yetu ya ne kama. Ya send say one year juma na juma ni nyina. Anyem wo that na yama put na na say. Ma to aba. Na bobo abam.
I don't know, baby. It's a one number, and I will trick out and with sounding in your crowd. Breaky.
Right. Yeah.
Good casa.
Yeah. Na Juma ya dia mana no. Bibianka ho bio. Pagana for enyansa broso. Ani nyina free na da na ntro. Free tit de enkroma bepem na no. Sisi on pese o mi kire se ɛsɛ party cry na wo cry ɛsɛ ɔbɔba aba nsa na isi abɔba aba isi deɛ ne ho hia yɛgye isi deɛ ne ho hia ne sɛ ɔmo na ɛde bɛma isi jom deɛ de ba na ɛno ana isi bɛbobɔ ɔmo deɛ no na ɔmo de ma isi yɛba ho asɛm bi a na ɔmo twerɛ letter isi Supreme Court ka kyerɛ sɛ saa maame no a yɛtua ne ka sɛ n'adwuma onyaa no mɛhwɛ aba so mmobɔ ɛmfa bia mɛkyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɔtoo no ha ɛno ani no wama hɔ ansa na ɔbɛba hɔ kora farigyan ɔno kɔ ɔhyɛ ahyɛ yɛ ade papa na ɔnam ɔno nko anenam ogya isi adwuma ɔno nko akɔ baabi kɔtɔ apataa ɛno mu de bɔ ogya ɛnɛ gye Mansa ɔnam a ɔkyɛn ɛfrɛ nkyɛn ɛyi a wɔte si abɔnten Escobar ɔkɔ ne camp gye Mansa ɔkyɛn Escobar ɔkɔ ne camp electoral commissioner ɔsan yɛ ɔbaa ɛda w'anim ɔtwɛn ɔmo keka kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ntumi ma ne mebu akonta because ɔfa ahodie ɛwɛde yesu ɔmo wie yɛ kɔfa a law book a ɛni yɛ constitution ansa na ɔmo bɛyɛ saa no woka asɛm bi double citizenship dual citizenship na ɔmo de kan ka kyerɛ sɛ yɛ birth certificate ɛnyɛ primary document ɛma wo ntumi ɛmfa wo kɔkuru mu ti ɛnto aba wo kuru birth certificate it's not hot reading these people have destroyed everything wow ɛnyɛ ɔmo a I blame ɔmo a na enim wɔn ɔmo emi ɔmo ano anyɛ den anka example yɛ president Kofo ubube a ebe na nkosi fi o na MPP wo hu senya MPP wo ma Ghana ko na chidie wo fa bibi fa bia meto Ghana dum so omo ka ho asem hye wa se wo mre asopo na asoma ho okoto akosombo wo na ahya ase na Ghana oyo o che mu fa ani nkro omiensa ani tina Canada Japan ka che se mu manya musika wie a no so be fa omo de a na wo na Canada Japan no wo ko tra ba bi se we mu di sika wo ba sika ba na wuni no mo di na ti o mo ya me MPP there say say omo na sebe di kotena no omo party na kronfo ewo mu nya ridifu ewo mu no omo sesa mu nyina ko si direct because omo 2025 so omo wi abanim subject no omo si omo hand over omo hweye because Akufo Addo there so munim na Orange Kashiga ka assembly MPP company so na bi o still no there MPP ni bia be di president of Ghana ha no apart from Akufo Addo na Akufo Addo do president of Ghana and san no free so no about to say Ghana is not independent. Before that man died. These people have destroyed financially. Be now better on my own business, banking, financial sector. So that be after the new look at what they've done to Mr. Martin. Because you want to approach him, say, on major on your net politics. brought this man down. More than 35 years of hard work. 15 to establish a company to be a big giant or expanding of Kakraka. The Japan, but now I tell you so. Kase Ibrahim, and then unless he cement you a honoma, Ogusu Yedi Hoyer. Say, young Fanan tomorrow, Benuma Dro. This is the mentality of these people. Now I know my dream who be president. You may be a machine, be a dance on your dream when you are, but to a banana. What can I say in Famaba? I'll tell you the gospel truth. People waiting on life tell you so the men start signing go a ball be bedding. Or you're a member of parliament. And the NDC MPs and I do every kind of or you're a member of parliament. So life at the end, I said, come on, dinner court privileges committee. That thing that man did and the boy died. And no more children inside the Marco Cotamus. You let these people walk over you. Who can say MP, NDC MP, Nekoye side area, called the Sutin Akonya Society? Mansa Musa. Okoye live you say, and we, you know, Aqualana from so new. That's another thing we talk about later. But that alone, one can be without stay or that's MB.
Asemo anyway. Even day. MPP for NDC for now, and because of the way Omankasa Subayano Ayenintino, they are even afraid and they are shying away from their core principles, which is your friend is saying accountability, probity, fairness.
The most pathetic aspect of it, the Muntakai. You disgracing your own carer.
Anyway, listen. Young fancy
unnecessary press releases, unnecessary. Utu also. I'm a casa pampers. I'm going to do it. Uka sosa. Inti o yes no be prayer per speaker and so no more na better one. But unnim nansa kra kase. Say because ja kunyana na so nu akwala yufu wie na afre no yenya abotre. Ye betime ma ambassadorship amwako. Ye ma ambassadorship na ko Saudi Arabia sanke be ode. Wan ko kwa ne se ko Afghanistan wo betumi kakra ko. Kasa just like that. Oh, say one kasa because we don't want to book chairmen. And this is the chairmen are being to maintain this. Into our mentality said chairmen are and this is from Pala Nebano. Komyanu DMP ne do maybe now friend okay. Why your connections? We free hoko. Omobiaba. Who should be bad? What? That's why the cabro for Cassia San, James Accordion crap. Rabbi Philip. That's what this kid. Donetska? That is only control more Jubilee House in Chino. On the streets in the area I am finding because I'm going to catch them on the Ombekanwaka. Not in the Brofafa. I must say, yeah, resign. Can of Oriata.
Dabe.
Okay. Are or Chama, I am a foreigner, Baba Fanafia Conanzana. One time I saw resign. I resign. One for my post na mo be out. Be my Kelly Kajeko. I resign so they doubt allow a lie.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sure. I catch us on from Muslim from film. So I catch on that. I catch us on my campaign. And a copy is by. Of course, we close to our say, but yeah, can I say on to my mea and Fahon. Jobamana, wow, also, you know, Upa, I told you do and Tomano and your cock. Your cost was nothing and say Kurokuno. And people need to be over, but should be out there against over French can be out. The meaning of the account. No, Master Judges be Braco Good Ghana, a Mokotono.
Listen, fancy ha, Yambia Duma, walk holidays are brady. Better to Unka. Medasi be brave.
That's it, Mansa Musa.
Right, so, Mr. Safu Katikana Mutini Kano, be fire ne dieko. Inti also person be fire a quinda ho. Right, ni ni Ozzy I don't see this thing well. I can find out because I need to read it properly. Send some long message on Facebook regarding what we are discussing about. Let's see. Where is this one too? About okay. Okay. What is this? I'll say, Yasemo, we spend our precious time on a daily basis discussing scandals and promoting corrupt and useless government policies that bring more hardships to the citizens. Meanwhile, serious countries are investing in science and technology to develop their countries and enhance the standard of living of their citizens. It's true. Because the ATN said, Nipa be brave. And some na kano just say a buying no waste time. Scandals, then they buy policies, It comes as, in a form of taxes and more taxes and more taxes and more taxes. And this is the only government, I think, in the whole world, a group of people who take no responsibility at all for anything that has happened. But if I say it like that, I may be wrong or I will be wrong. They take credit for something that they think even when it's not their, doing or something that is not attributed to them, they will try and take that credit. But any serious issue that should be, let's say, that people will have to be held accountable for, those things, Ekufuado, and in Crawford, Ekufuado, sometimes we share it, never come on because, Sebi, Ghana no, ye nice, ye memma near day, Sebi, nka memma, titru papa bi, but, ebane saying, ebane saying. I mean, how did we come about this? So much so, like what I said, before Osafo Kantaka came in. We have developed that mentality which tells us that we have to, accept that mediocrity or, inferiority complexes. That inferiority which tells us that, we have to accept our grade, our stations, where we are, yes. Who can be beer? Want to fire? Want to trouble for who can be beer? Want to be who can be beer? Just say Inti dabe. When at all can we actually say that, look, this is our fault, let's tackle it and make sure we correct it, we make the necessary adjustment. The ordinary people who live like subhumans compared to other places, the ordinary people in Ghana who live like subhumans is the same ordinary people who will come and defend a failing,
NFM Radio.
incompetent government. You understand? A failing government, a government that has failed, the same ordinary person whose life can compare to, let's say, subhumans elsewhere, the same person will come and I remember those days when we all complained Akufo-Addo's jet, the private jet is too expensive. Akufo-Addo is traveling too much. Oh, this is too much. Some people came out to say, so you want him to take trotro? You want him to, what is in your brain? You, those people who said that, you know yourselves. What is in your brain? Is it proper stuff that is proper, or is it rubbish in your brains? Is it proper stuff, or is rubbish in your brains? Because I don't get it. Your president, yes, you voted for him, you like that party. But it has been proven that this president is wasting too much time on travels, too much money on travels. Some people complain, you say, so you expect him to go and take a mini cab. Now look at where we are. There's no money for anything. Everything we have to borrow at a very huge cost. Now economy is being managed again by outsiders. It's actually being, I know that we Africans and the subhumans on that continent, our economy is, remotely, it depends on the outsider. I know that exists already. But when it is practically, manually being managed, we are being somehow babysitted. I mean, someone is like a babysitter, someone looking after us. That is a shame. And these are the people who said they were trained in Harvard, in this, in that, and big qualifications. You look at these ministers, they are highly, supposedly highly educated. And yet, each of the ministries they are heading is not functioning. If it's energy, there's problem. If it's agriculture, there's problem. Industry, there's problem. If everything, you talk about one district, one factory. By now, it should be quantitatively be evidenced that, look, we have employed about 1 million youth the past 3 years. You can't prove it. Nothing there. Today we hear nurses that are trained and giving money to train. You see, these nurses, some time ago, a certain government said, look, we need to find money to build more hospitals. After all, when you qualify as a medical person, a paramedic, a nurse or whatever, and you come out, you finish your studies, finish your training, and you go out, you got to go onto the field, where your profession can be practiced. And this, we are talking about hospitals. So Abine say, look, we need to build new hospitals. So for that matter, there is not enough money to go around, and at the same time, let's say, give you allowances. So please, for the education, you will have it almost for free. But, for what you can live with and everything, take a loan, a small loan, which will be deducted, little by little, soppy. It will take a long time for you even to repay. But then, when you come out, the government will sign a bond with you that you will get a job to do. You have a hospital to go and work. And a month for Akufo-Addo promising heaven and earth. Akufo-Addo promise in kwasiakeka, in kwasiaksem, and then no promise it. Knowing very well that the opening in and draw. Knowing very well that you promise to say you are going to give this and that and that and that. you have to borrow. You have to go and borrow. And you don't run an economy like this. You borrow, you use the money to build something that can bring results in terms of, apart from, let's say, education, the rest, you should have, what do we call it, profits. Even if you build hospitals and you give it to private people to run at a cost to them, I mean, on a share basis, fine. At least it will make some money. Maybe socially, or some of us will not agree that a government build hospital and give it to private. Maybe we will make so much noise. But at least there's explanation that when you do that, you can recoup your money. Ekufuado promise everything. Everything Ochiche scandal. I remember before 2020 election, scandal kasa physically go car boot mu and the ko go promotion ye chiche. I mean, you just say, who dream I want to see. Destroy the economy completely. Still, and you know. And some people, as for those, I'm telling you the truth, those who gain or who get something out of this. So journalists, presenters now, you do to board this, board that is for them, if they are defending or when they defend the government, I understand why they are doing so, because they have something to gain. What about you that don't have nothing? You, the person that I stay here in the UK with you, you do all the hustling, get some money, you're going to build your house in Ghana, and you see how you struggle maybe even to build a house. But someone will come into politics 6 years and he's got mansions. Who can? Who say, you should leave him. Hey, what is wrong with you? Meanwhile, you know, that is why, look, me say, me cousin back on the ne social and your money, you know, I'm sure man. Now say some sikabi I did brought me free money. Now some another hardship, something, £400. Now they are breno. Because the capitalists now in your group, him say I want you know, geopolitics now more yenwa. Omoni Russia for a kono ama a mine wire no. So omo to me and soften cushion and soften blow no. Omo to me and share a here for no kra asembesi because omo the omo himself man yen the sase me ti say e kromo a here for no e support na now do say on fa cast be 30 and fa ntwemu enko ye enko kate sword na on sambra na here for no so bon se ma no eh assemble krani some mentality that be free your dream. The same way when the white people came, the few people are I mean our forebears, our ancestors, a few of them who had the courage to describe these people as cheats and horrible people. Ye kas obi abronia you bro and be obroni bro. They are cheats, they are liars. They came to subjugate you, to suppress you, to take your things away. Our few ancestors who saw this, our own people also dealt with them. So all those one or two people dying in and out, those who were actually against the whatever the Obroni was doing, their own people helped to get rid of them. The same thing is applying today. Or Sajifo buy now, or say, look, we are Africans. Okay, somebody came from somewhere and used a paper and pencil to divide and shape the African continent. So now this is what it is. Okay, fine. This is what it is. But then, moving on, we should govern ourselves in such a way that we become one, so that will make us strong or stronger. And that meeting will be because Nkrumah sent some soldiers to Winneba to go and learn a new ideology. Now me say, Obibini, where Jimmy who? Where Jimmy pap? Where Jimmy? Now somebody who claimed that he is, even though I'm a CPP, but that one was a mistake. Where Jimmy Papa? we Jimmy TV no hona se nkapa se metisti nkama hwi na so ama yede makotum ah obi a ochichiri oman foforo ochichiri ne foforo the sojourn and the police the ideology left behind by the white man no the sojourn no it was they were meant to safeguard the interests of the Obroni and the Queen and the King of England. So Sajifo sent them to go and retune their mind so that they will become Africans. They will love their country, Ghana. And more so, Samusina Osia, and one of Kosia coming from ideology. Anything ideology, Ben Osia. Matimu ideology. Ideology now almost say yeti home and now said the other people no say oh I can't for party near the idea no and then konko siana mabu bodam crowd do mabu bodam Ghana for
NFM
mabu
Radio.
bodam na mo amukika sansa so mo Jimmy Thank you very much, Osibisa. Osi Fire will burn you. You are listening to one and only Mansa Musa. The time is 12. No, the time is 9:06. That's 6 minutes past 9 or 7 minutes gone past 9 here in the UK. And come on, and come on, you see. Okay, thank you. And come on, one Sam P. Yali, a year NP Ghana. I think it was a former ambassador, a diplomat, and he is telling us that Alhaji Bawumia, the vice president, is actually, a dual national citizen in Ghana. That he, Alhaji Bawumia, is a British as well as Ghanaian. And for me, the proof will have to come to challenge this allegation that it isn't true, that, it's a mistake. First and foremost, or maybe it was, but he has already renounced it, and now he's a full-fledged Ghanaian. Because for me, this has gone past NPP NDC. It has gone beyond that. Bawumia can win and become the president. And if it's true that he still holds himself as a Ghanaian citizen at the same time a British citizen, my goodness, this is not proper. This isn't good. This shouldn't happen. That's why for me, I've taken the stand that before I put pen to paper to really write what I think I should write, I want to make sure that the news, that the information that has been put across the public domain by some PLA, I want to be sure if it is true, then Bawumia has a lot of questions to answer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say in the Constitution, it is not stated black and white that before you are a vice president, you shouldn't be another, it shouldn't be a citizen of a different, another jurisdiction. Maybe it's not written, but, the spirit of everything is also very necessary. That you have a president who has whose allegiance to another country. Being a parliamentarian is bad enough, but being a president is even worse. So, moi, mundimono, I'm a friend, mon pese mo be fano because mo ni mo gugu asina. Mo MPP no aye trokan no amontumi nkan wo hwe no. I want you guys, if you will not come to me, that's fine. But at least go and make your own, find out. Do your own research, find out, and come out with the truth. And tell me, Mansa Musa, don't worry. What some PLA said was not true. Or even if it was, that news has, or that information has expired because the man has already renounced any other jurisdiction or any, that sort of thing. This is what I am looking for. I'm not here to make it a partisan sort of ping-pong game or, chaskele or anything. I want the truth. I want the president, the vice president. I want the parliamentarians, people who actually run the country. I want those people to be full-fledged Ghanaians. I have my own opinion, even with the pronouncement made by John Mahama about maybe removing that requirement, that dual citizenship thing in the Constitution. I have my own opinions that we need to discuss one day. But for now, if you are president, a vice president, I don't think anyone should actually come out to say such things about you. Also, anase mu who say egui enimu ase yankasa Ghana for. And you know, I'm throwing this to you, the MPP people. Speak to Baumia, tell Baumia, let him know that this is what people are saying, people are discussing. If it is not true, if he is not a full-fledged Ghanaian, you can't. After all, primaries, yeah, more primaries, MPP for primaries. You say, oh no, or person obey president, or person yeah, running mate, maga, MPP. So he should come out and say that no, the NDC MP got it wrong. It's not true that I'm a British and I'm a Ghanaian. No, I'm a full Ghanaian. That's what I want to hear. It's a fact. I mean, I'm not joking about this. Because Ghana no yemra ne ya brabo no, and I make just because the whole setup no, if it time I wo me many free na no one say oh if you do things properly then you go to England to go and drink tea with the Queen. That means you have achieved. Nobody says that if you know. Our forefathers, those good fighters, those good rulers, up to somebody like Nkrumah, no one says, oh, we study very well, and when you grow, you become like Osajifo. They will tell you that just study well, you go to England to go and drink tea with the king or queen. That mentality. So we have accepted the mediocrity, that sort of sadness, that inferior feeling. Say Yankasano, you feel say you're inferior to any other race. You criticize situation where you dream. And it's a president ever aeroplane too quite rough she's can go ne obi kokan wo say ntin kan fa trotro make us no me no ti krom ha no wo struggle wo send this kakwesi e dan kakra no you are struggling. Somebody will come to power 4 years 5 years 6 years kojo upon kromana na bi no money na pono yesi e dan bi a omusisi no Rollins who did all what he had to do for 19 years don't have half of it. Still they insult him. And also the DNDC for Nankasa Tribu must say almost Ferris or Meka say oh probity and accountability. June 4th, it's not about coming to Choboy, revolution. No. It's not about singing and dancing and shouting. No. It's about the ideals, the importance of what we should have taken from, because it is the anger that erupted that made people to do what they did that time. But the reason for them, reason for that anger, the reason for that action, all these reasons cannot just be a mistake or a bad thing. So that today, officially in public life, people are doing corruption like they used to do all those years ago. But the difference is that today, the corruption is being done with impunity in public. Nobody fears anymore. And that is wrong. Corruption kills. Corruption destroys. It's not about somebody has got the opportunity, so he has stolen some small, somebody steals some. It's not about that thing, but the consequence of it. The mentality that tells you that government has ordered some medicines. Then you, the doctor or dispenser, will hide the medicines. When the patient is in need, you won't get it. Then you go and give the medicine to a pharmacy, a pharmaceutical shop or a drugstore or something. You go and give it out privately. The patient will go and buy. Then you and your supervisor, some of the top boss, they all know about it. They are sharing the money. If the patient doesn't have that sort of money, that means he has to die. That is corruption. You have not taken bribe, but since you have created a condition for for it to be very difficult for people to come by drugs, come by medicines. Creating that environment, that condition, is corruption in itself. So the ideals of June 4th, irrespective of who was the leader, when somebody comes and says, hey, my friends, let's try and corruption, so nepotism, so let's try and bring down Obinyonko. Let's try and bring down this sort of Metiu Macau, if you had tribalism and all those things. Let's try and bring it down a bit. If someone says that, perhaps the person wasn't wearing kente or fugu batakari, but maybe wearing military uniform. That doesn't mean, even if you hate the person, the ideals too should be bad. Because the same ideals now, abrofono edichichiro mo mayeno. Mean kase corruption niha. But that ideals say, so we your penny public official, nasa de ba public in kwadia o hobechiro. These are the things omodi bu omomaya enu ntino ye nyina ye pese ye dwane free ye kurase ho ne baha. Nothing happens in a vacuum, and magic, and miracle. Ye bompire, hallelujah, chorus. There be. You got to do things. Emrano, yashishe gubi paso, utia weti. Everything. Look, even Kantaka mentioned it again. In a country where now, just say, we are even officially, and people who are even so-called educated, they will say that, NDC4, you don't know how to collect your figures. Last time I asked this guy, Atubiga, how much money is given from government to the parties to run elections? As to NDC officially in constitution, Yema NDC ni MPP for no, ye chest kabia about, let's say, $200 million. So, Mufan training, your friends says, EC, Mwankasa election officials. They don't do that because we assume that there is a electoral commissioner and the commission. Ne kufuado abro any nyansa jen jainti abro ni nyansa jen jain abro ni nyansa jen jain kufuado enu ntino then so we a party mu fane kwahye ho so we a party mu fane kwahye ho so that they will do something for you to maintain power. The very things that happens and people destroy, it destroys society, destroys countries. Ekufado ti on tijai. Now, what yetiwa, whether from NDC, if I hear even the NDC people now suggesting or agreeing to that notion, no more cry me bufu. Say you don't know how to collate your figures. No more so yeah, we know we did this, we can do this, we are ready. And kwasiasem. If the EC is not fit for purpose, mention it, bring it out, do whatever you do. People in politics elsewhere, they do stuff. Because too much, you'll be exposed. I know what is going on. Very few people and the war politics anymore. Genuinely innocent say a basse you can't get anything against them. Most of them, they don't want to ruffle the feathers because most of the NDC follow himself. Oman kasano, oman nine come from interior yen bebre, yen girigidibia. Otherwise, you see, you know, and you see how you are being treated. You people, NDC for the parliament, for the sake of the country's interest, you know. Now we said, but the people you are competing with, for them, if it's not them, it won't happen. Most of the others say, because and yes, more Jimmy or NDC for but because they are all a little bit corrupt here and there, a little bit corrupt. Until they fear, they don't have to push it too much. But there, I pray, we are praying. Mu win election, no. Na mu win here. Jesus Christ. I would just say, dear Kosono, and just say, no, you may benefit, so you are quiet. Knowing very well that everything that being done is being done to make sure it goes, it disadvantages the NDC. And so NDC, look, so many may know the new Chief Justice near. Look, we are all fed up. And him said they can't do much because say Krobia, other country be opposition in your brepa. Hey, America crachi, omud betri manso. On betria, kotu Zambia. Na America speaker of the senator the name. Onuye Republican. His own party members, I think they said they voted 13 times or something. And so now own your position, even from his own party. Oh, now say, NDC for the Kasa Kakra. Oh, no more Mumbia. Some of them are back. Oh, she will be a good Chief Justice. Oh, we know her. The politics no more today. Jesus Christ. I don't know anymore. How do you do the politics? The CJ, the new chief justice, this Tokonu woman, any other country, say UK, France, America, opposition in the back, say, what common reasons be one of your people has lost his seat. So the party has lost one seat partly because of what this Supreme Court judge did. And now person here Chief Justice. In other countries, Jesus Christ, the opposition will pull her from pillar to post. NDC parliamentarians, she will be a good Jesus Christ. And him go as in here. This is not about Choboy Yen Senior the grassroots in your demonstration. No. You are using the law, the rule of the game, the politics, to make sure that even in the end, if he still comes to be everybody will know that, hey, Adia Mudini Fermui, next time you better who ye. Every commentator, so many people, I remember, Domelevo, Dani Domelevo case, I remember, commentators plenty before this Supreme Court judges will use 3 years to judge it. And Crawford said this is unlawful. People quoted so many things that, look, what Akufo-Addo has done is wrong, it's unlawful, it's illegal, everything. And so NDC for parliamentarians to turn to us, ye Domelevo for you. As for the Charlotte case there, I don't even want to mention because it was so fresh and the NDC people, they have lost their power. So, we don't mind. But the way this NDC group are doing their politics, for me, it is not a fact that, look, when we have to speak the truth, say, look, the taxes and the minor Skasai Basano is a fault of MPP, it's a fault of Kerofurata and Akufo-Addo. That is well established. You cannot fault the NDC people. But how to do the politics to bring proper effect? A judge, a Supreme Court judge, whose action, whose contribution resulted in you as a party losing a member, one of your members, right? And this sort of 1 by 1, 2 by 2 question, kakreya, then they go and endorse. Everything is obinyonko Ghana. No principles at all. Everything is about who attended school. Oh, we're at Legon together. Oh, we're at St. Augustus together. Oh, we are at Mampong together. Oh, we used to be this. Oh, meaning, oh, he was my senior. Oh, he taught me. Won't be Okroma? Won't be, you will not hear this thing say, parliamentarian betina radio, so I say, oh, this judge. The only time I'll bet in the BNF say, Judge Bia the near Fibia will Bia woo and Nabibi. Okay, so oh yeah, he taught us in university or something. But they won't come and make that reference. Oh, he was my senior. No more straight. He's my senior. No more straight. Now, alumni. Oh, Commonwealth and Katanga. Legon. And Kwasiakika, sir. And Kwasiakika. You more my sir. Before you more my sir. Be principled a little bit, all of you. You should all be a bit principled. Move for principles. And yeah, you ma. Namunjai, when oh, it is this man's birthday today. Oh, this woman's birthday. Oh, this is as if, sir, those people sitting in front of cameras and talking and this and they always a little bit okay. They can afford 2 or 3 square meals. And he pretending to be speaking for people, but they are just laughing all along. Sometimes, you see, we keep quiet over so many things, about these things, because we feel that the objective, the main target is that the people in situ, the people who are running the show now have to go. So we keep quiet. But the opposition, more life, everything you only talk, then you give in, because amongst yourselves, and I make wait down for you say chairman Sambonsu. Come and see. Who says that here in the UK some of the Labour MPs are not friends with Conservative MPs? Who says that some of the Liberal Democrats are not friends with the Scottish National or friends with the Conservative? But when it comes to principle, the matters being discussed is different ball game. In Ghana, this is where this one's friend. That's why you call them. They don't even want to come out, because they know that some of us are too matured. Ridiculous. Completely shambles.
NFM Radio.
Right. So some sort of what we call response has appeared. On social media, purportedly in response of the allegation that the vice president holds a British passport. This response apparently is allegedly coming from Dr. Gideon Boakun. I think he's the spokesperson for Bawumia. And this message reads, he said, the attention of the office of the vice president has been drawn to a malicious social media allegation that the vice president holds a British citizenship while holding the office of vice president, contrary to the laws of Ghana. We wish to state in clear terms that Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia does not hold British citizenship and has never held British or any other citizenship other than being a Ghanaian. The allegation should be treated with contempt it deserves. Thank you. Dr. Gideon Boakun. Obviously, that is what is written here. As to whether it is genuinely coming from him, we cannot tell. It is that, anybody can write that anyway. Right. So, let me call you and we talk. Because I cannot talk and write at the same time. So let me see. Abe, will you be available to discuss this on air?
To discuss what?
What me and you are writing about. Because I'm sitting here at the studio. It's very difficult to write properly. That's what I'm saying. If you like, we can. Let's.
That is why you were writing rubbish and things, is it?
And the only word that can come to my mind was rubbish, but which is not fair because I need to write properly. That's what I'm saying. Let's discuss it if you want. I'm giving you the chance to prove me wrong.
No, Mansa Musa.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay, all right. Right, so you see, someone is saying I am wrong on a certain issue. And I've given him the chance to come and express himself and to put me wrong. Now he's saying he's not in the mood. But anytime I write something, he writes in response. So there we go. The social media, especially WhatsApp, some people love it because quietly they can just discuss with you. They cannot be that exposed because there's only you and I. Anyway, 0208-123-5911 if you want to call me, and 07876-251-261. That is Mansa Musa's studio number. If you come and you call me, I will definitely give you the chance to speak.
NFM Radio. NFM Radio.
The clergy and the religious distinct, when they speak, they shake the foundation. And it is only the church that will address meaningfully the canker going on. And they want to silence all credible voices. Now, today, we will reveal everything to you. This question has, direct relation with the pronouncements of Reverend Professor Marty. Let me tell you why people do not want Professor Marty to talk. Listen, they have tried, politicians have tried all means, all means to muzzle me, to get me, but they can't. They come with bribes, fat envelope, $100,000. Listen. I want everybody to listen. Politicians came to my house with fat envelope, $100,000, not cedis, dollars. And also with the promises that, if you keep quiet, we will give you a house at Trazaco with swimming pool. You know what? We will give you 4-wheel drive. These people were lucky. I did not have big dogs in my house. Else I would have released the dogs to bite them for the whole world to ask, Papa Moderator, my boy one again. Papa Moderator, I then I would tell me now you release the dog. Then I will tell them, ask what they came to do. You know what? They have tried all means to muzzle me. They couldn't, and I tell you they can't. And you know what? I will speak today, I will speak tomorrow. You know the tax I pay, Osofo? Sometimes when this thing comes and I see the tax that I've paid, but at the same time I said, praise be to the Lord we serve, because it's going to build our nation. Then when my tax goes, you babies with sharp teeth, you are stealing the money and you don't want us to talk. We will talk today, we will talk tomorrow.
There is no genuine pastor in this country. Genuine. There's no pastor in this country, I may say. There's no single pastor. They are liars. They are doing business. Obiagotina na sorry dem abie na sorry ye ne business na sebi previous youth no mo Ghana so na mo akwotena sa sorry dem na mo ton nkumbia bi mutumi ko toss off calendar de bo simu dem say mo hia protection abra sa sofu no or bodyguard na mo ti krom ha, and youth na mo man mo ha no. This is the time I was say ye bia ye new Ghanaian youth, our eyes are opening. Senka sofu ni e genuine adena Christian counselor ye din na youth e wo man mo ha ye bre adena Christian counselor hudo ahimfo e wo krom ha. Everybody is quiet about what is happening. Crisis e wo man mo antinka ye wo sofu omu so omu dwin Ghana ho mu enyame ni papa nka sofu yo mu sori nkasa ma youth no. We don't have any genuine pastor in this country. We are in this country na sofu bibe shen come say shatawale wayarimpo anka wabewu. They are all in this country with lies. Black Stars kwako bo match na sofu bi di flyer bi ba out to say omuye fasting and prayers for Black Stars. Akosi saying group stage ukro mutimi pie. We are living in this country. Instead of saying pointing the mistakes to the government to say is distracting the people of Ghana no. Mu yes ade no. Na mo aye flyers a who do say mu bompire to Galamsey, mu bompire to economic crisis in the country. Me say there's no genuine pastor in this country. Sofu biani Ghana nyankopon kasachire no. They are all liars. Nobody. Sofu biani or maimu ha. They should come. I can prove to them that they are all liars. Sofu biani kruma. Sofu bi nim say nyankopon e frɛ na. Onkyere ye na ebesi 2022. 2023. Onkyere ye na ebesi 31st night ba afa no mbɛhye omu nkwase ankom na ase. Na omu hye unkom se u maame na how u papa na how u bi dua bi asifie ho na how na mu distract youth na omu di nkonti ba de omu maame na omu papa no machi se omu ya abaifo asofo omu kanipa bom asofo omu ye beef wo Ghana u so re what say nyame nipa ye beef da. Let's open our eyes, Ghana's youth. It's about time munya juma. Work. Stop going to church. It's a waste of time. Sit down in your house, pray. God will listen to you. These pastors are doing business. They are getting money through with the youth. Work and get money. There's no single pastor in Yankupon Kasachran or Ghana Maimuha. They are all liars and hypocrites. If they are not
wana mutanen NDC da ke United Kingdom da Ireland chapter ina roƙon ku har wa yau ku vote ku ba chairman Akwa shi kada ne wanda in Allah ya yarda ya win ya zama chairman zai kawo welfare program da zai taimaka muku ya taimaka ma party mu daga cikin wannan welfare program dukkan member da ke neman taimako lokacin da ya shiga cikin masuwa abin da ya kama daga 50 pounds zuwa 400 pounds welfare program na ya tabbatar a baka a taimaka maka in Allah ya maka dalili ka biya wannan kudi bayan haka kuma dukkan memba da ke neman wani taimako sha'anin batun takardun shi ko wurin zama ya ajiye manya da lauyoyi da kowane lokaci kake neman advice ko kake neman wani lawyer da zai taimaka maka akan batun sha'anin zaman ka a kasan United Kingdom shi kuma su bi bayan ka su taimaka maka su saya maka ka biya wani abu kadan da yake in ka je waje zaka doki lawyer ba da ka same shi haka nan ba muna rokonka member NDC da ke United Kingdom ko Ireland in lokacin vote ya kai ka vote ka ba Chairman Akwa shi kare ne wanda yake zai taimaka ma fatin mu a lokacin da muke ciki wannan shine sanarwa ko wannan shine abin da muke roko ku taimaka mishi Allah kuma ya taimaka mu duka gaba daya Allah ba mu nasara mun gode muku da kuka saurare mu assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh
National Democratic Congress NDC no nyam former ne mema mo UK ni Ireland chapter no ya yedie na so say beto aba eyi chapter chairman fofo na so de chinene mum no koto on swear enyo nyam for Dr. Joe Ajimai the restoration man the father say e dey part no enim kai odi amonyesema kotine yie e wetu di hweso wa former suro nkoso oni mu adwumade de e fani hotitru na esini nan so nwumade bebre no de egu akwamu a obeye de amaye bini se o sigina ye esiko no dwumade bia be party office na odisika 3 pounds empemenum na ato ase eye 5,000 pounds o sanjwe maguo ni mama honsu 1,000 pounds na ebe show mu dwumade mu kina na esigina ye dodon so a be afoforo omo betro omudin abeka party ne ho de omo mbrakura o omo se beka omudi card ententem so na atwe adom abeka ye ho eye bosume miense bia nso party mu mpanimfu a odi dwumade be show mu nse bia no obeto safro omo atena se na de ye de show mu nse no omo ebu ho aponta mako wey di bebre na no be ya mayo onua se kwatreko se be ma wontuma bisanidi Yedi Dr. Joe Ajimai, the restoration man, chapter chairman ana Yentumano.
President Nanado, your friend Matheson, Sunyana Namiwo. Makotna awonu Holland, ako Sam in Fifure. Sikaka kre minya yeno. Mediaba mia me maimu Ghana. Diababe to registered bank, AJN bank. President Nanado Uber TV so be catch Ghana for say JN Bank anye na dwuma ye ti waje bank na licenses no with the customers ni sika be mo 3 years muni mensanka emisika sika kakre ka ye no so 550 million media kwa akoto commercial bank na me say commercial bank de me di misika akoto ho a e save President Nanado Enam IMF Bosiana wokwa akoboni nti. Osimi misika 550 million na odi akwa ye adwuma nya interest wo so no. Once the Quran omfa mame. Misika trene no so. Ose omfa mame. Jese 2024. Na sika no interest ketuwa no a menya no. Obema me mu 5%. Menya adwuma wo Ghana. Mintimi so enko Holland se me kwa ye adwuma memfi akwa animu kakra kwan ben so na mefa so a me ne me yire ne me mba yibedidi Mr. President mesro se me ma se me be street carefully ho mia misika makosam infifure enya no mesro se obema mensa aka obi bia obi tie saa me audio me recording yi bi no mesro se mo de beto mo platform so ebetimi afa so ma President Nanado nensa aka Wenyamasem yi bi etie. Ghana mpanyinfo mesere mo so se mo ne President Nanado bekasa ama me. Medamase.
Yeah. So basically, what you have there are you have communication specialists, directors of communications, deputy directors of communications, technical communication assistants, media aides, media liaison officers,
are you kidding me?
communication consultant, presidential advisor on media, who has a technical director to the presidential advisor. Then you have the ministers of state at the presidency.
And these guys are there for information minister.
Yes.
No, go to that list again. Just on the communication side.
There's a lot to communicate.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you.
You have information minister who's cabinet level.
Who has ISD working for him too.
And then you're having all these guys working under the presidency.
Who work under communications directorate. Yeah.
Of the presidency.
Yeah. There's a lot to communicate.
You can't be serious.
I'm just telling you there's a lot to communicate. So
and what are the conditions of service of these people?
Nobody knows. That's the issue.
That's why the transparency is not. So if I'm a lecturer in Legon and I've been teaching for 15 years, right?
White man, Nichi Broni. Let me break the key for you. How would you know? And I'm break the key na chira wono. Ona na the assembly to work at chira will say, me tu akwadani din. Enti dachi bi when you come and you understand the name of the white man say, ni dinu Broni a. Ubon say akwarano. Onye God. He can't show us anything. He can't show us the way to heaven. Abroni no chira say obia odi aburo, the deceiver. That's the name that your ancestors told you about a white man. Now, white, nichi edeng. White, nichi edeng. Ya unim. Fita anasa deng. Fufuo. Onse dadao. Onse dadao. White man amuse Ebroni no. Ya hwese Ebroni ampa. White, nichi fita anase fufuo. White, fako okro mukasa. Translate white in your local language. Never say a bronia. On say that. Fita no eden be broni. And it say a white man and was saying say fita bema. And now fufu bema a dina white man. Ya de bachi ye be broni. Now listen and listen carefully. The word broni ni abroni. Obia obedi wa bro. Obia obedi wa bro. Enti meka say papa wa die odi mabro enti oye dian oye broni oye abroni odi mabro. Omo doso when they are plenty they are abrofo. Enti omo bedi abro. Enti wemo womon eye abrofo. So your ancestor is telling you that these people are deceivers. They came to deceive you. They couldn't speak to you because they were killed. They couldn't speak to you. They couldn't give you the message. So they left a mark for you. And the mark is your language. Pay attention to your language always, my brother. Pay attention to your language always, my sister. Pay attention to your language always. Obibini, be proud of your language. Obibini, be proud of who you are. And so your ancestor was telling you.
Right. This one should tell all the story. That when they say Obroni, it means nothing. It means someone who came to deceive, someone who came to cheat. And it's true in our language, abro, someone who is deceitful, someone who is not straightforward, someone who is dalaga, mafiaso. So, I had a debate. We had more China Saturday in Umre. Yebeba na yabetwaso. Bibia obia yebia akobi na kan o say ensi mu nyina ye. Bye bye.
NFM Radio.
Make a